So what I would like to do is start you off with a little bit of an intro video. So ignore the work that's going on behind here. I'm doing these videos a little out of order. So intro. What I would like to talk about is graphing using calculus. We did that by hand. Now in section 4.6 in our book, we're going to use calculators to help us. So you'll see here we have a function that we're going to be putting into our calculator, and what I would like to kind of point out is just what it looks like, what we'd see, and why we're going to go through all this special stuff that we're going to go through. So first things first, let's just get this into our calculator. So how we do that is, if you're from your main Blinky screen, we're going to use the y equals button, and we're going to go ahead and type our function into our y1 line. Remember that when you type in functions into your calculator, put parentheses around the numerator and the denominator in order for everything to be done with the correct order of operations. So I typed in parentheses x squared minus 1, and if you're not quite sure how to type this in, I actually do this in the finding x and y intercepts. So nonetheless, there you go. So it's in the calculator. Okay. And at any point in time, remember, when you're watching these videos, I'm going to try to move through relatively quickly. So just go ahead, pause the video, do what you need to do, and then unpause the video. And so if I go a little too fast, remember, you can pause, you can rewind. Okay. So now let's go ahead and set our window, our window to a standard window. So I'm just going to do zoom, press the zoom button, and then choose option 6 for zoom standard. I could do that by arrowing down and hitting enter, or I could have just pressed this number 6. Now, you'll notice when we do zoom, zoom 6 or standard window, this graph you don't see very much. So a lot in these videos, what we're going to do is we're going to keep tweaking our windows and changing how they look so we can see things better, and specifically what the item we're looking for. So for example, the first video will be talking about x and y intercepts. So if I wanted to see that, we can somewhat tell from our graph. It looks like we might have an x-intercept there, and we might have an x-intercept there. Looks like it's happening around, I don't know, the number like half, negative half and positive 1/2. So for our window, this is where we're going to keep going to type in different values. So how you get to the window is you just press the window button right here. And so for my x min, I'm going to type in, let's say, -2. And for my x max, I'm going to put in +2. So now when I hit graph, we should get a better view. And we can see it looks like there might be an x or y intercept in there somewhere, but I can't really tell. So the techniques that we're going to use in the following videos will make things more obvious. So we're not going to necessarily try and look at this and see where the x-intercept is. And we might miss an x-intercept because notice how it looks like this line is just disappearing into the graph. So it would be very possible for us to create something that looks like this, maybe your axes, and when the graph disappears, well, if you were to zoom in, what you'd see is you actually have like a little oscillation. So there could be several x-intercepts in this graph, and we just don't see them because they're hidden in the lines. So the methods I'm going to show you will make those things become obvious, and so you can see exactly where your x-intercepts are, and you know you're not missing anything. Okay, so I hope that gives you an idea of why we're doing what we're doing, why we're going to use the calculator, and we're not just jumping straight to let's just use calculators to find x and y intercepts. There's a reason we break things apart and break them down is to reveal hidden information that you may not see otherwise. Okay, enjoy the videos.